Yeah, I bet you ran circles around those frat boys, she teases. My smile falls when I realize the same man is in almost every photo. I'd know his stupidly handsome face anywhere. That sculpted jaw, those serious eyes, the confident smirk. It's Lucas Novikov, star defenseman for the Jacksonville Rays. He has tousled, light brown hair and a soft spray of freckles across his pale cheeks and nose, a nose that has been broken at least once judging by the little lump in the bridge. His colorfully tattooed arm drapes casually over the shoulders of girl after girl. In every picture, he looks bored and cocky, downright unattainable. But I know the truth. The man is too obtainable. Lucas Novikov is a walking PR nightmare. The constant parties, the endless rotating roster of girls, his surly post-game interview tactics. If he weren't one of the top-ranked players in the league, he'd probably be unemployed by now. But I've seen him in action. He hits like a freight train and fights like a bear. It'd be easier to dismiss him as a mindless bruiser if he wasn't one of the top defensemen scorers. Not only can he assist with goals, he makes them too. He's worth the $7 million a year the Rays pay him. On the ice. Off the ice, he's nothing but a thorn in my side. The season hasn't even started, and I already wish we could trade him away. But that's above my pay grade. I don't get to pick the cards I'm dealt. I just have to find a way to win with them. Novikov is my wild card. When the Bruins announced his trade to the Rays, their PR manager sent me a file on him an inch thick. She'd slipped a pink sticky note inside the manila folder that said, "He's your problem now." I'm sure she laughed her way to the nearest bar and bought everyone the first round of drinks to celebrate. As if I don't have enough problems. I'm trying to build the reputation of an international men's hockey team from scratch. Do these players really think it's so easy? In the current political and social climate, sports teams are under a microscope every hour of the day. If the city is willing to pick up their torches and pitchforks over a balloon arch, what will they do to our whiskey-guzzling man-whore of a star defenseman who spends every moment he's not on the ice with his hands on a different puck bunny's cleavage? I glance up at Clarabelle. When did these post? Last night. More this morning, she adds. Novikov rented a rooftop bar over at the beach and threw this little private party. When will these guys learn? I hand the phone back to her with a tired shake of my head. Learn what, boss? Nothing is ever private anymore. It can be if you know how to be careful, she hedges. Novikov clearly doesn't, or he just doesn't care. I close my laptop and push away from my desk, slipping my feet back into my patent leather St. Laurent slingbacks. Okay, Clary B. Give it to me straight. What's the fallout? Pretty much what we expected. They're calling the Rays a bunch of party boys and players. The fan groups are split between wishing they were invited and wishing the team was setting a better example for the city. I stand, slipping into my heels like armor. Did Novikov post any of these photos to his own social media? No, he hasn't posted anything since he announced his trade. That's a relief, at least. You know, Angela Whitney over at the Bruins warned me about him, I say, stuffing my laptop into my purse. The moment they announced, she was in my emails asking for a call. I'd hoped he'd at least wait until the season started before he pulled this crap here. Maybe it's a one-off, just letting off some end-of-summer steam before the season starts. Yeah, and maybe he's a party-loving pretty boy with more charisma than sense, determined to make my job here impossible. I sling my heavy bag over my shoulder, clutching my buzzing phone in my manicured hand. Whoever they are and whatever they need, they're going to have to wait. Clarabelle watches me round the desk. What are you gonna do, boss? I'll tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not giving Novikov the long leash he had up in Boston. I snatched my facility access pass off the hook by the door. He thinks he can behave here the way he did up there.
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.